Applied spiritual technology means that life can change for real. It can transform. We are not just putting a new label on our life or proclaiming ourselves a new society. It won't work here. Just quit current job, find different one, different place, and you will introduce yourself better there. Or you move to a different country, introduce yourself better, or make different family, and do something better there. People use these labels. A successful life. There is a saying, something is better than nothing at all. They catch something and say, at least I got lucky. But nothing important happened in life. What is the most important thing? Vedic scriptures say charity. If you are a true spiritual person, it should be expressed in your actions. Charity is a karma. It means you don't do anything for yourself. You give. It's neither karma or vikarma, it's a karma. Also, it is very important what state of consciousness you are in when you give. The state of consciousness is the most important thing. If you give back to a respectful person out of respect in a worthy place, saying a worthy words, then it counts as a complete sacrifice, and it brings not material, but a spiritual merit. People do it in order to develop their own qualities, in order to stay human, to stay virtuous. We have to do good little deeds. You can't be kind without doing kind deeds. It's an illusion. It's a mental concept. Good deeds are done in different gunas: ignorance, passion, goodness. How can it be done in goodness? Nowadays, there are no good deeds left, even in religion. Only names. Live religions are almost gone. You walk around town every day. Do you see religion anywhere on the streets? Do you see any religious activities on the streets? No. You don't. And even if you go to a mosque or a temple, you will see people praying, reading namaz. There are icons. At first, you'll think the religion is right here. People talk to God here. But if you get into people's mind, you'll see it's not there either. Vysotsky, famous Russian poet and singer, sang about it. Many generations stated it, because there is no religion in people's mind. When we arrived to Haja Ahmad Yesaviti, Turkmenistan, we visited a tomb. There is a rare saint, very pure, very spiritual person, who could act as a spirit. We walked into the mosque. There was a tomb, very special atmosphere, and we felt something incredible. There was one lovely man, a devotee. So I asked him, "Are there always so many people that come and pray?" He answered, "Yes, it is always busy here. It's incredible. You know, I talk to many people every day. I live here. You know what they're asking for? They are asking for money. Let me enter the university. Give me a husband. They don't have any spiritual values." Of course, they believe, but they do nothing to become spiritual. They believe so they can stay materialists. Just give me. They do nothing to change themselves. They want to get a lot, but they don't want to change. Although I try to preach to them, but they don't listen. I don't think everybody is like that, but the majority of the world is. People are captured by materialistic desires. Their mind is on fire, it's restless day and night. I won't. When they hear about God, they just want Him to fulfill their desires. Take something that I don't want, like we give the present. But applied spiritual technology means people do it from their heart. Everything that materialists do, spiritual people do in different state of mind. The activity might be the same. We eat the same, we talk, we sleep. You won't see big difference on the outside. But you can't compare these things from the inside, the spiritual side. It is invisible in the society nowadays. We don't consider it because it is an explored area. It is private matter of the consciousness, how you live inside. There are external laws. Don't break those. But we don't interfere with the inner side. It's up to you. You need to get involved there. It is the most important thing that is removed from the education. Nobody teaches it to us. Nobody explains it. There is a total darkness and confusion. Every soul is like in a dark room. And people don't even seek the light, because they are in total unbelief. We heard about saints, they are very rare, and we are not like them. It's an area of unbelief that they are screaming from. Impossible, impossible. Leave us alone. It's impossible to do. That's why Prabhupada wanted us to create an organization where we implemented all the principles and showed all the opportunities of this civilization in the difference in power, in influence, in results. It is important to prove the advantage of the Vedic knowledge and applied spiritual technology. In order to do that, you need at least attain the guna of goodness. Passion and ignorance won't help us. How can you grow up to guna of goodness? Amazing method is chanting holy name. Any other method won't work. Don't waste your time on experiments. Better think about this. How much effort have you made to stay pure and honest in this world? How many examples have you seen that you wanted to follow and it was clear what is good and what is bad? Even when you were a child, you were explained what is good and what is bad. Everybody understood it. And still, we made so many mistakes. That's the problem. Still we deceived, and we were deceived so many times. While we blame other people for our failures. We forgave ourselves long time ago. We are innocent. Millions of people dove into this tamas, and there is no way out. Because everybody is guilty, except you. The whole world. What to do with it? You can just get revenge and don't think about anybody else. Just make money, save, and don't care about the rest. I don't need anybody. Save enough money for your own retirement. Because for sure, nobody needs you. It is tamas, and there is no way out. That's why we need eyes. It's the picture of the world that we see through the prism of darkness. Darkness doesn't exist. Lack of knowledge exists. There is no darkness. Ignorance is the lack of knowledge. It's not some separated energy. The sun is the energy, and the darkness is the lack of energy. You can't describe darkness. If you don't see something, you don't know that's what darkness is, but it doesn't exist as energy. And it is a question of development of consciousness. You need to open your eyes, and we chant holy names. Transcendental glance opens up.
эгоистические принципы мощные внутри, которые держат нас на этом уровне безвыходном.
Your heart opens up, and you find out how everything really is. You don't find out, you start to remember. For example, you have never tried a certain taste. But if you go to India, the food there can be very different and very delicious. But your receptors tell you that you tried it before. The ability to perceive relies on it. Do you understand what I'm talking about? It's not a difficult philosophical question. You are ready for it. You just didn't have any experience in this life. But because you have the ability to perceive, just when the new taste touches the receptor, you feel right away how good it is. It is not something new, it's something old and forgotten. And we have a lot of unused receptors. There is a spiritual receptor and we are ready to perceive it. We just need to remember. And when you receive this taste, you don't forget it. You compare everything to it. You look for it. You live with it. The same way, when we receive taste of Krishna consciousness, you can't forget about it. You look for it and you start to compare everything to it. Because everybody has spiritual receptors. They are open, but there is no food, no practical things. This world is practical, and a saint won't appear here. Similarly, if the water is around and a spark hits the area, it will go out and won't turn into fire. There is no right environment, no support. There are famous singers, scientists, musicians, and other talented and interesting people. But there are no saints, because there is no environment. That environment should be right, the certain soil.
Среда для других людей хорошая. Вот то и растет. Вы почву создаете определенную.
And here, in IFAST, you create soil,
Среду. И в этой среде
where everything can manifest. Any seed will grow, if it falls on a favorable soil. If it is healthy, of course. You just need a favorable environment, health and interest. That's it.